Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and welcome to the Dr. Boyce Breakdown. The Dr. Boyce Breakdown is my Spotify podcast that you can actually find at the drboycebreakdown.com. I was going through the news today, and I found out that after this last election, there are a lot of people who feel the same way I feel. I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I'm getting a little bit tired of some of the social media giants that kind of feel like they have the right to decide what people are allowed to say and not say. And, they're blocking people, banning people, shutting people down, telling people, what's acceptable speech and what's unacceptable speech. And that kind of bothers me. It's always bothered me mainly because I'm from academia, and in academia, if you disagree with somebody, you just told them and you debated it out. You didn't tell somebody, well, you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to express your point of view. And so I found this app that millions of people are going to this app. Millions of people are leaving Twitter because they're so upset about the censorship and everything else. And the app is called Parler, Parler. And I normally wouldn't, necessarily go through and promote or do somebody else's work, but I tried it out and I set up an account, and it works a lot. It works just like Twitter, just like Twitter. The only difference is that they're really committed to letting people say what they want to say. And you guys know also we have Blag Enough, which is a black owned platform, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find it so I can put it on the screen so you can see how to spell Blag Enough. But there are these other. Here we go. There's blagenough.com. That's how you spell it. Blag Enough is a spinoff of the word black enough. So we got a copyright, or a trademark actually, on the word blag enough, and it's our word, because we're like, oh, are you blag enough to even be here, that kind of thing. And so blag enough is out there. Also, this Parlor app is pretty good, and here's the thing. This election was really interesting because it went from I went from being a Democrat for a long time to the point where I just said, I can't do this anymore, man. Y'all got us out here. You out here putting all, the LGBT stuff at the top of the priority list. You're killing off the black man in every way that you can. You're destroying black families. You're pushing out, Black Lives Matter, which is pretty much an LGBT front group that started off literally saying they wanted to destabilize the nuclear family. You've got black people running around here with victimitis like crazy. I can't identify with that. And then some of the most recent stuff in terms of black men sort of just being pushed to the side, and the black family being pushed to the side. So I'll say I am more of a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I voted Libertarian in the election. I can't. I'm not really interested in voting for Donald Trump, but because I don't think Donald Trump is a great leader for the country. But I can't, all this Joe Biden stuff. I can't do it. The fact that this guy incarcerated hundreds of thousands of black men and women as well, destroyed millions of black families, and we're able to just forgive him. I want to ask you a yes or no question. Give me a yes or no on this. We know that a lot of people want to forgive Joe Biden. And they say, oh, but he's changed. He's changed. We should forgive him. My question is this that I want to ask you: if I had, let's say I was a black man and I had incarcerated hundreds of thousands of say white women, just literally went out and mass promoted the idea of locking up millions of white women and taking them away, taking their babies out of their hands and locking their mothers up in prison. And then 20 years later, if I came back and said, oh, I've changed, I want to be your president now, I want to be your hero, I want to be your new Jesus, do you think people would forgive me? Do you think that they would give me a yes or no? Do you think that they would just sort of be like, oh, well, Lord says to forgive, so we should forgive? Do you think that they would forgive me? Give me a yes or no. Would I get the same grace as a Joe Biden? I don't know. I kind of think the answer might be no. I'm not sure. Carolyn says no. Andre says no. Yeah, thank you, Andre and Carolyn. I tend to agree with you. I don't think that same grace that we give other people is supposed to be given to us. And really, a lot of people don't understand that this is actually the essence of white supremacy. White supremacy is basically when you don't believe that black and white people are equal. White supremacy is when you believe white people should get more opportunities than black people. Like the opportunities for forgiveness for unspeakable crimes. White supremacy is when you believe white people deserve more support, love, and respect than black people. White supremacy is when you believe white people feel less pain than black people. And so when I talk about my pain as a black man of watching so many of my friends, and relatives and loved ones getting sent to prison, some of them getting beaten and raped, starved half to death, traumatized beyond belief, infected with HIV, sent home with mental illnesses, having their lives destroyed. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like nobody wants to hear it. Kamala Harris is out like, thank you, black women, for your support. And I don't blame people if they chose to vote. I understand why, right? Lesser two evils. We know that whole argument, right? I'm not going to disagree with it. I'm just going to say that when you can't even hear our pain, that's very sad to me. I'm marrying a beautiful black woman, and I tell you what, I wouldn't be able to marry that woman if she could not hear my pain, if she did not care. Like I hear her pain, she hears mine. And when people act like we're just throwing temper tantrums because oh, you're just mad because y'all got all locked up, beaten and raped, like, I mean, it's just kind of like, really, like, you just really think we're overreacting? You think that we're being dramatic? Well, then fine, if that's what it is, and that's what it is. But anyway, I'll say this. I'm gonna make this really quick. I'm not gonna be on it for too long, but I'll say that maybe it's time to give some other platforms a chance, right? So you got your Twitter. Everybody's going to keep Twitter. Nobody's really going to get rid of their Twitter. But this app, um, and this app Parler, Parler, and I like it. I like it a lot, and I think that it could be a competitor to Twitter. And I don't care that if it's something that's used by conservatives or Republicans or Trump supporters. I don't care. I don't mind. I'm not scared of debating a Trump supporter. If you think Trump's the greatest guy in the world, then give me your facts. I'm gonna give you my facts, and we're gonna just debate it out. But don't tell me that we're not allowed to have the conversation, because I'm smart enough to know that I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't know everything, but most of us are smart enough to know that one of the fundamental tenets of American liberty is the ability to share your opinion. And what people will do to provide an excuse for suppressing the opinions of others is they'll say, "Oh, that's a dangerous opinion. That's dangerous." For example, Minister Louis Farrakhan has been banned from Twitter. Farrakhan was banned from Twitter, because he was defined as being dangerous. So I need to ask you, give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no. Do you think that Louis Farrakhan, I mean, has he ever gotten on social media and talked about going out and killing white people? Give me a yes or no. Has Farrakhan ever got on there and said, "Yeah, we're gonna pull together an army and just go kill as many white people as possible"? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. How many of you have seen Farrakhan, mobilize and go out and just, take out white folks just at random, or kill Jewish people? Have you ever seen that? Like they always, they say he's anti-Semitic, he's dangerous. Okay, where's the danger? Like seriously, give me like where's the danger? How many of y'all know? I know a lot of brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam, and I tell you what, if they were out here picking off people from the Jewish community for no, just killing people, I wouldn't be down with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm okay with if somebody attacks you and you defend yourself or you even counterattack. But if they were just out here just doing physically harmful stuff to other people, I wouldn't support that. So the one, and this is just me kind of doing some, what I hope is to some will appreciate as logical analysis of what's going on, is a lot of times when they say that somebody's dangerous, so we're going to take away your freedom of speech. That's political. That's totally political. That's not there's no real danger. There really, I mean, really, I mean, if you want to talk about what people really did, Joe Biden really did lock up hundreds of thousands of black people. And I don't know how you excuse that. I don't know how people just act like that didn't happen, or that they don't care. Even Van Jones on CNN, he got a lot of heat because he was taking a picture. There was a picture of him in the Oval Office with Trump, and to Van Jones's credit, the reason he was there was because he wanted to get the First Step Act passed. And he said the First Step Act is getting people out of prison. He said, "I work with anybody to do that." And so I said, number one, this is an example of the kind of oppression that I'm seeing more so from the liberals, from the left, than from the right. Honestly, not that the right is perfect. I'm not trying to be a Republican here. I don't want to be. Not maybe one day they'll earn my vote. But right now they haven't done it yet. But I'm not really seeing my conservative friends telling me I can't talk anymore. Like I like just you're not allowed to speak. You know, so these people that are running around getting offended at anybody with a difference of opinion, or slapping on the victim label onto yourself as like it's a shield that protects you from people scrutinizing your ideas. Like, oh, you must be homophobic because you don't think that a man should parade in his panties in front of your 5-year-old. Like, I don't play that shit. That's stupid. That's dumb to me. That's silly. That's ridiculous. And so I look at Louis Farrakhan's banning from Twitter as just one of many examples of why I'm trying out this Parler app, and I'll put it on the screen. And I normally don't go out of my way to kind of talk about some new app I found or whatever, but I like it. I'm messing with it now, kind of playing around with it, trying it out, and I like it. And I don't really care if the people around me disagree with me, as long as you let me talk. You let me talk, I'll let you talk. And guess what? Let me tell you a little secret about diversity of opinion. See, liberals used to talk. They used to claim to like diversity, but they don't. They don't really appreciate diversity. Here's a little secret about diversity of perspective. When you have diversity of perspective, you actually get smarter, because you don't get smarter by living in a vacuum chamber. You don't get smarter by simply sitting around people who agree with everything you say and co-sign on all your opinions and hit the like button every time you put up a really nasty meme about somebody. Like that. That's not how you get smarter. That's how you remain a dummy. That's how you remain stupid. That's how you remain very, very. I mean, if you want to talk about American liberties, that's about as un-American as you can get, and it's incredibly fascist. And all the fascism that I've seen really bothers me, and I'm not a fan of any of it. So I tried this Parlor app, and I'm not, and I don't know. Again, I'm not one to go out and be like, yeah, go check out this app, but it's free. You can download it for free, and I like it, man. I really think, and who knows, maybe if there's like an army of black people that also support the app, in addition to all our black businesses that are out here, right? I mean, we have to support the black stuff that's out here, right? But this maybe if we're in there too, and we're debating with all the other free thinking people who will simply allow us to speak. Um, I think that's awesome, man. I really want to see that. Like, I don't really need everybody to agree with me. Just let me talk too, right? That's all it is. So anyway, that's it. That's what it is. By the way, if you guys, one thing we're doing now is we're doing the All Black National Agenda, which goes with the All Black National Convention. One of the things I believe about a Black agenda is that we don't need Joe Biden's permission to do it. I'm not looking for Big Daddy's permission or Massa's permission. So the Black agenda will be pursued by Black people. I haven't mentioned this to you guys yet, but Ice Cube and I agreed we're going 50-50, and we bought 2,000 copies of Powernomics, and we're going to start giving those copies away to the community, because we want Powernomics to become our economic Bible. We want as many Black people as possible to understand Powernomics principles. Dr. Anderson and I are doing the Powernomics Masterclass, which you're welcome to join, but you don't have to join if you don't want to. But we meet every Thursday and talk about Powernomics, and also I do office hours on Friday. But in addition to that, Ice Cube, shout out to him. I told him, I said, we don't need anybody's permission to pursue a Black agenda. I said, look, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. That means something. You're Ice Cube. That means something, right? So Black men, why don't we just pursue our agenda and stop asking for permission? So what I did was, to do my part, I put together some resources. Most of them are free. You can go to theallblackagenda.com to check out some of the resources. So that's theallblackagenda.com. And the beauty of the agenda is that it's an agenda that we can pursue without anybody's help. We can pursue it without waiting for congressional approval. We can pursue it without hoping that white people co-sign on it. We can pursue the agenda without waiting for 40 million Black people to get on board. We can pursue the agenda without waiting for false, fake Black leaders to decide that they understand what we're trying to do. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. Like, if you want to pursue a Black agenda right now, you can start tonight. Like, you can start right at this very moment. And because in your household, you're the boss. In your house, you are the king, you are the queen, you are the president of the United States in your house. So the Black agenda is designed such that an individual or group of people can gather these ideas and begin to pursue an agenda right there in their home. Give me a yes if you agree or if you understand where we're coming from. I'd like a verbal yes so that we can know that we're on the same page. Okay, guys, I'm not going to talk long. Alicia, let me have a couple minutes to address you for a moment, and I appreciate that. She's a great Black woman, and I love having her by my side. She's very helpful in these kinds of things. But out of respect for that, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. But you guys have a good night, and there's the URL, theallblackagenda.com. Feel free to go take a look. And again, that Parler app, Parler, I'll put it up here. You feel free to go check it out. I downloaded it and I've tried it out for a few minutes, and I like what I see. I'm gonna keep messing with it, man. I want something different. I'm tired of this nonsense. So take care, guys, and hope you have a good night. Talk to you later. Peace.